Hello Buccaneers, this is part 1 of our series in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we're going to show you the fun things you can do here. This is our 14th state. 14. Our first stop is Tulsa Botanic Garden.
There's a scavenger hunt where you have to find all the animals and plants.
First, we're going to check out the Children's Discovery Garden. Let's go check out the Spring Giant. This is quite the aquatic monster. You can see a lobster there and a fish here.
Right now we're inside the caveman that you saw outside. And you can see how there's stalactites. Is it tight or right? I forgot. There's stalactites up there. And then you can see the teeth.
There's an echo. Echo. Wait, no. There used. What? Echo. I thought there was an echo from somewhere.
Let's make some noise. Now we're gonna paint on the art wall.
This is Kalmu in Oklahoma.
Over here is really cool because there are many layers of water that go jumping down into I think that's a lake. And then when we get to the top, I will take a photo down. But first I want a photo here. So like I said earlier, I'm up here and you can see an entire view right here.
On the scavenger hunt, one of the items is downtown Tulsa. I was looking around the whole time and it's like, where's downtown Tulsa? But now,
right there.
Yeah, we can see 3 tall buildings peeking out from the tree line.
This is the Cross Timbers Nature Trail. It is a 1.5-mile trail.
And we're gonna try to hike it in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. This is our first time exploring the wild side of Oklahoma. Let's see how flat this state truly is. Okay, we walked like 100 feet in, but it seems muddy the whole way because it probably rained recently. So let's save ourselves 30 minutes and turn around. But at least we can say we've been in the forest. The sign there said, "I love tulips," because this garden has so many tulips. Over there on the other side of the Botanic Garden, they're doing construction. So when that's complete, this garden will be even better. And that is the Tulsa Botanic Garden.
My favorite part is this section because there are a bunch of tulips, which I really like.
You can take a lot of really good photos at this garden. Of all the botanic gardens I've been to, I think this area might be one of the best, just because tulips are so pretty, and with that fountain rolling through, it's amazing. And the children's garden was also cool since it had that sea monster structure. Now we're at the Philbrook Museum of Art. First, we're gonna check out a special exhibit, Rembrandt to Monet. This gallery has 50 pieces from famous European artists in 500 years of history. On the scavenger hunt, what job do you think the falcon might have? It's this falcon.
A messenger.
Okay.
Delivering message.
Doesn't this guy look like Washington? It's Thomas Lawrence.
Oh yeah, he does.
But I guess everyone from that time just looks like Washington. We found the lady. It's a lot brighter in real life than in this picture. The second question is, if you could have any pet, what would it be and why? So draw a picture of you with your pet. I wonder what I'll do. I've painted Monet paintings before, and this one's by Monet. I know that because there's so many different strokes of, like little strokes of colors. In this one, it looks like she's posing for a selfie. But they didn't have cameras back then, so yeah. The Philbrook Museum is housed inside this beautiful mansion. There's so many ornate columns and tapestries, and also the glass over there, it's one of those stained glass. Wow. His brain is made of beans, and his right foot is a plunger. Uh-oh, that does not look good.
You can even see his intestines.
We happen to be at this museum during the Women's Living History event, so there will be people in chairs like this portraying artists that are on the plaques.
She made all of her work using like little dowel rods, and then she would just basically loop them together like that, and then she would form sculptures.
So the lady said that at night, since she was a Buddhist, her way of meditation was just to keep coiling these wires around until it made pieces of artwork. And she got her artwork on the US postal stamps. Her thing is that you don't have to have fancy materials to make artwork. You can make artwork out of anything.
I am today as Millicent Patrick. She was the first female creature creators, special effect makeup artists at Universal Studios.
Oh, I would love to break that wall.
So it's definitely about being a female artist and overcoming barriers that women face, especially in the arts. But it's also about challenges we all face in our lives. And how do you break down those walls?
Here's Rosie the Riveter. She inspired women during World War II.
Because the men were off working, fighting in the war, women had to go in and support and work in the factories to make all the parts for the war.
Now we're going down to the dungeon. Insert creepy music. This is Julia Butterfly Hill. She's an environmental activist and she hung up in a tree for 2 years just to save it. The artist here is Aretha Franklin and she's the queen of soul.
And soul is a combination of R&B, gospel, and jazz. The album that she won, or I would say sold the most in her entire catalog, was actually the Amazing Grace album, which is a gospel album.
Oh, that one.
So the song, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
This is the most colorful cabin I've ever seen. Wow, there's so many different lights up there, all in different colors of glass. Oh my gosh. It's a fireplace made out of books, but what if the books catch on fire?
It's
like the
infinite
practical
fire.
use of this, I don't know, but it's creative. The stone walls on both sides of this little canal make this remind me of somewhere in Europe. This doesn't look like what I expected of Oklahoma. And that is the Philbrook Museum of Art.
My favorite part was interviewing all the different characters that were dressed up.
I also enjoy the Women's History event, but when you come here, they may or may not have it. So I'd say that just the entire museum in general was cool, especially since it was built in a mansion-looking type of place. Also, the cabin with the stained glass windows and the chimney made out of books, that was my favorite room in this museum. There's a huge diversity of artworks. There's sculptures, there's those traditional Monet type of paintings, and then there's also pottery and stuff from Egyptian times. This museum has everything. We're now going to check out the Bob Dylan Center. With this audio guide, you can tap the phone to this phone icon. And now you can listen to the audio guide. This is pretty cool. All right, let's go. That's Bob Dylan over there. He's still alive. He's 81 years old. This Chimes of Freedom is a great song. The thing is 8 minutes. I don't think we have 8 minutes to sit here, so I'm just gonna let it play in the background. And in Chimes of Freedom, the song that I'm listening to, that one is about that's one of Bob Dylan's protest anthems. This one says that in March of 2020, Bob Dylan released his first original material in 9 years.
That's good music right there, blowing in the wind. You could probably spend like at least an hour here listening to every single one of his interviews and then also his songs.
This is the Bob Dylan Center Studio experience. Whoa, wait. What am I doing? Oh, I can control if he's singing or not with dial 1. Wait, if I get rid of... Oh, so now it's just vocals. Oh, wow. And then if I turn on everything except the vocals, if I don't want drums, then I can turn this one off. You enter the numbers in there.
Just do a random number. There. Enter.
And then it'll have a visual demonstration of the CD being swapped out, and you can hear the new one. And these pieces are by Bob Dylan and other artists as well.
Somebody drew this. That's amazing. Gallery. Let's go upstairs.
On this floor, there's a lot of memorabilia from the Bob Dylan archive. And that is the Bob Dylan Center.
My favorite part was, of course, listening to all the songs.
I like how the audio tour wasn't just talking, but since this is a museum about a musician, a lot of the things you could scan were to his songs. And especially the control room, where you can adjust the vocals and the instruments. That was amazing. I didn't really know anything about Bob Dylan before coming here, but now that I've heard his songs, I want to know more about him and maybe listen to it outside. Our next stop is the Woody Guthrie Center. First, we're going to watch a 13-minute introduction film on Woody Guthrie. Now we're going to do the Dust Bowl VR experience. And there are other interactive exhibits here. This is a circular gallery dedicated to the song This Land Is Your Land. This is a facsimile, which I think means replica, of the handwritten lyrics of This Land Is Your Land, Woody Guthrie's most popular song. Now this gallery is about how his musical talents often overshadowed his artistic abilities. His portrait of Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Jesus Christ. Yeah, there, he signed his name over there. Some of his more informal works, which kind of looks like graffiti, especially that one. Is that person on a unicycle?
Here's some of the art made by Woody.
The audio direction says I have to draw what I see when I hear the words or a melody. Pick a song. Howdy do. Ready to draw? Yes. Little hand, okay. Do I draw a little hand? How do I shake it up and down? Shake it up and down. Shake it up, shake it down. This song is about shaking it up and down. How'd you do? How'd you do? Shake it up and down. How'd you do? How'd you do? It's such a terrible drawing. And that is the Woody Guthrie Center.
My favorite part was the VR headset because you could see how the Dust Bowl actually started and what the effects in the Dust Bowl were. I also like how you can hear music throughout the whole museum.
So Woody Guthrie came before Bob Dylan, and Bob Dylan was inspired by Woody Guthrie. Now that we're in the Woody Guthrie Museum, the differences are that there's no audio tour, but there are still headphones at different stations, and you can listen to many different versions of This Land Is Your Land. You can see his artwork, and the Dust Bowl VR experience was cool, because it's the first time I got to see what the Dust Bowl could have looked like. We're at the center of the universe right now, and I think what happens is if you stand in the middle, then you can hear what people say around you.
It only works one. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that feels weird. Hello, hello. It feels like I'm on stage. Ah! No, it doesn't. Yeah, it works better this way. It feels like a microphone.
I'm standing in the center of the universe. But, okay, so my voice is being echoed back, but only I can hear it. Hello? Wait, hello? Wait, no. Hello? I have to, hello? It's only, hello? Echo. Echo, echo. Yeah, I think you have to face where those buildings are. Okay, that was actually interesting. There was a guy just sitting there. I don't know if he was homeless or something, but he was just sitting there for so many minutes, not doing anything. So I thought he was trying to pick up on our conversations from around us and hear the people say like, oh, why won't he just move or something? So I thought he could listen to us, but actually, no, it's whoever's standing on that spot can hear their own voice being projected from those buildings or something. I don't know,
Like a stage.
but I don't know how. Like, they just seem like ordinary buildings. So that is really cool. Now we're having ice cream at Big Dipper in Mother Road Market.
That's good.
Yeah.
I got the ultimate cookies and cream since I love cookies and cream. Looks so good. First look test. Yeah, that's good.
This is the Ooey Gooey Butter Cake, which is their most popular flavor.
Okay, I swore on my whale. I told you this. I'm not gonna tell you.
Alright, thank you. Now it's time to dig in. This is a single scoop cup of Ooey Gooey Butter Cake with a waffle chip.
I got the ultimate cookies and cream and it's super good. You can taste all the cookies and Oreos in it.
There are many flavors to choose from and they're all handmade. There's also pints that you can get to go. Stay tuned for part 2.